Good morning, YouTube. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the Black Tiger Miner News Network. And we're talking about XRP on this Thursday, which is Friday Eve. So there's a lot of stuff going on with XRP currently. There is the ETF and the actual SEC finally getting close to dropping the lawsuit, and then the Dubai approving XRP for payments. So get ready for XRP to take off, guys. You have no idea how close you are to actually letting it rip tater chip. But seriously, there's a lot of stuff happening with XRP, right? XRP is on the verge. I know we've been saying this for years and months in bull cycles, but this might be the bull cycle that takes off for XRP. So let's get into it. Let me get the screen share going. See, don't forget to sign up for the Black Tiger Miner Twitter page. And of course, I got the merch store and the Discord. But let's get to it on this Thursday, Friday Eve. Shout out to all my young miners. What's going on? Let me know where you from in the chat. So let's see here. 1.5 trillion Franklin Temple files for XRP ETF with CBOE, Chicago Board of Options Exchange. This is the 18th XRP filed. Just in President Trump's family in talks to acquire stake in Binance. Of course they are. I told you guys in general, this guy likes to make money. If it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. So if there is something money involved, he is definitely going to get his hands in it and he's going to make it profitable. So the fact that they're looking at Binance is looking to list XRP. There's a pattern here, guys. Follow the money. Um, XRP sets record with 24 ETF actions in a single day. Crypto regulators are moving at light speed. XRP is next in line. So what did this one say? There we go. Oh, he said something about, let me see, where was it? The 18th, and this says 24. So things are going crazy. Big news for XRP. Binance has officially listed XRP. Time to trade, stack, and ride the wave. Are you bullish? So if Binance did list it, it's time to diamond hand, guys. Get it and hold on to it and ride it all the way up. Put my little glove on. Continue to diamond hand, guys, because this is where you make your money. Hold it and ride it up. People are talking about it could get to $100, $1,000, $100,000. I don't even know, but I do know with the applications it has in the usefulness in the crypto ecosystem, it is gonna be worth some money, right? Look at these meme coins that make money. Imagine if there's an actual utility that is profitable and that the world uses, right? We got banks looking at it, we got countries looking at it, we got the SEC ready to drop the lawsuit for ETFs. Things are getting crazy. Ripple expands to Dubai. Ripple and XRP just got regulated approval from Dubai's financial authority to offer crypto payments and services in UAE. What is your thoughts on the move? And I think this is very bullish for XRP, right? Because Dubai is not a broke company, right? By any stretch of the imagination. Dubai is not a broke country, right? These guys got more money on money on money and generations of oil money. So if they're trying to do transactions, this is going to push XRP exponentially through the roof, right? The little stuff we playing around with is nothing. So The Genius Act boosts regulated clarity for stablecoins, could fuel XLUSD and cross-border growth. Let's see what Mr. Scott has to say. And why?
Digital asset community, and more importantly, the American consumers deserve clarity.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can get a little volume. Can't really tell how. Oh, yeah, we're really low. Let's see if this helped. Back to, and we'll close it out and open it back up. Back to Mr. Scott.
Far too long, the absence of a regulatory framework has left consumers vulnerable and businesses in the dark. This uncertainty has also stifled innovation here at home in America. That changes today. The Genius Act is a bipartisan step forward in ensuring stablecoins are safe and reliable tools in the financial system. The Genius Act establishes common sense rules that require stablecoin issuers to maintain reserves backed one-to-one, comply with anti-money laundering laws, and ultimately protect American consumers while promoting the US dollar's strength in the global economy. This is about keeping innovation and opportunity on American soil rather than driving it overseas. We are also taking an action today to end the weaponization of financial regulators.
It's weird. They called it the Genius Act, but hey, whatever's clever, right? So let me know what you guys think about the Genius Act. Let's get some comments. Somebody, anybody, everybody. Let me know what you're thinking. So this is our main man, Larry.
I think the advent of
BlackRock.
Bitcoin.
And these guys are always on the wrong side of information. Like if you are ready for BlackRock's XRP ETF coming soon.
I think the advent of Bitcoin ETFs is an example that we're legitimizing it. We're creating more safe. Well, let me ask this. Will you do another ETF? How about an XRP ETF? I know you got Ether out there. What about XRP? Can you answer that? I can't. How about XRP? Can you answer that? I can't. And you don't want me to. Well, I can't.
I'm not even sure if that's even real. That might be generated. But either way it go, if they're looking into it, that could be huge. XRP, it's happening. I seen this yesterday. I was going to do a video yesterday, but I was caught up doing something else. And now we're getting to the nitty gritty with XRP on this Thursday, Friday Eve. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat, right? It ain't tricking if you got it, but let me see. I'm tripping. XRP, it's happening. We now have key players in the game predicting 1,000 per XRP. We all know the legend Patrick Bet David, right? Patrick can see XRP's potential and explaining how XRP can reach 1,000 per token. Giga bullish XRP pals. I don't know. You guys are talking about it, talking about it, talking about it. Let's see the freaking price pump, right? I've been hearing for months. Everybody's talking about 1,000. Let's see it push, right? Let me see some proof in the pudding. Somebody.
There's someone that doesn't want to specialize in this. It is something you have to pay attention to. Here's why. Let's just say XRP decides to all of a sudden they replace Swift. Let's say that happens. If XRP replaces Swift and FedNow, you know what happens? Let me give you some numbers here. XRP's ledger processes transactions in 3 to 5 seconds at nearly no cost, making it significantly faster and cheaper than Swift. So Swift processes $5 trillion daily, or 1.25 quadrillion annually. If you didn't know what that was, quadrillion annually, Swift. If XRP captures 5 to 10% of volume, let's just say 10% of volume, $125 trillion annually. The demand for XRP, by the way, it could be any of these other technologies we're talking about. Analysts estimate that a $10 trillion market cap could push XRP's price to $100 per token, with full replacement potentially driving it up to $1,000 for someone that doesn't want to specialize in this.
So XRP could pump up to the trillions if it replaces Swift. And I don't see how it's not going to replace Swift, guys. I don't understand how people are back and forth about will it or can it or even is it going to replace Swift. How could it not replace Swift, guys? Come on. XRP Healthcare is setting the pace in the industry. Milestones are being achieved ahead of time, and execution remains relentless. With the global announcement just around the corner, the company is gearing up for the next major move. Big things are happening. And if you remember, I did a video on XRP Healthcare, which I didn't even look at much, right? And now, global announcements coming. XRPH app launched on Google Play and App Store. Encryption layer implemented to ensure user data protection. 1.5 million XRP distributed are stacking rewards. What? I need to check into this, actually. More for Q2 2025. XRPH and XLUSD tokens are ready to use as digital payment methods for products and services within the ecosystem. I just think it's strange that there's so much going on with healthcare. And in the background, XRP is talking about the XRP healthcare. I was watching the news and these guys are canceling all these programs as if they already have a plan in place. They just haven't told us. I suspect crypto is going to be a big part of this plan, right? It's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes, allegedly, supposedly. But I do think there is a lot more brewing with crypto than people can understand or even think. But let me know in the comments, do you agree, disagree, like it, don't like it? Let me know. Talk to me, folks. Anybody, everybody, somebody. Comment, comment, comment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Breaking. Ripple gets first license in Dubai for crypto payments. So why is everybody trying to use Ripple but the US? I know it's US based, but come on, guys. Get with the program. Breaking news, 1.6 trillion asset manager Franklin Temple files for spot XRP ETF with CBOE. Everybody's trying to get in the XRP Ripple game, but
Well, how would
wait,
XRP?
what's going on? Breaking Bitwise CEO confirmed the SEC versus Ripple case will be settled on April 16th, roughly a month from now. Today is March, March 13th. So that is actually 30 days, give or take 33 days from today. For years, XRP has been suppressed by legislation. Its true potential on the global stage remains unknown. $40 in it. Just understand how everybody has a different price for it, right? Short term, long term, $100, $1,000, $100,000. I don't know. But I do know I'm going to get a piece of whatever it is.
What do you think happens on April 16th? Well, how would XRP respond? How would the market respond here on April 16th?
On April 16th.
That's potentially when the lawsuit would be final.
I don't think the market would love it, right? I do think from my 30,000 foot view, specific to XRP, I think there's a significant chunk of the crypto market that has sort of written it off or forgotten about it. And I think that part of the market is wrong. I think the reality is XRP has been, suppressed by litigation for multiple years, and we don't yet know what it can do on the global stage when it's sort of freed from those restraints. And I think if we get full clarity and we can now see true business development opportunity in the US and abroad without that sort of Damocles hanging over it, then I think we'll see what XRP can do in the market. I don't think there's any guarantee it will be enormously successful, but there's equally no guarantee that it won't be, right? And I think anyone who sort of proclaims one or the other is wrong at this point. So I think the market would react very well to that day when and if it comes, and then I think it'd be an exciting year.
So as he mentioned, the day is coming with the lawsuit pause or dismissed, things are going to be crazy, right? It's not going to be the Wild West. I think confidence in crypto will come back and XRP will
What do
lead
you
the way.
think happens on April 16th? How would XRP
200,000, wait, 200 million XRP worth 40, 475 million has been transferred from Ripple itself to unknown wallet. What is going on? Settlement fee to the SEC. What? What is this? I'm telling you guys, they're going to make that announcement and XRP is going to blow up, right? It's going to shoot through the roof. It is going to pump like crazy. Everybody and their mom's going to jump on it like, oh man, what's up with XRP? What's XRP? How come I didn't know about XRP? And we literally been telling you guys for years to check out or invest in XRP. Brad Ginsenhouse explains how XRP can bridge money from bank to bank B, bank A to bank B, 1,000 times faster and cheaper than Bitcoin can do. And that's what I've been evangelizing to people. It's not just the speed of XRP, which is going to be crazy fast compared to banks taking 3 to 5 days to transfer your money to freaking Mexico. It is the fees. It is cheap, right? These guys in financial services have worked in financial services. The one major thing about financial services is how to make more money, right? How you can do anything and make it more profitable. With XRP reducing fees for payments, these guys are licking their chops. They cannot wait to get this implemented and make more money. Buy bigger houses, buy more cars, take more trips. These guys are waiting for this to get approved so they can get paid. So there is no reason that XRP will fail, right? It can't fail. Hence the phrase too big to fail. Brad explains to the most important people in the world. XRP explains to the most important people in the world. Let's see what he has to say. What Brad's talking about.
Because it requires capital to get it there. Our view in the future is you don't have to have this pre-funding, and instead you can use a digital asset to have global liquidity on demand. Now, we build upon a tech stack, an open source technology called XRP. XRP originally was built by some engineers who had seen some of the flaws of Bitcoin and the challenges of scalability around Bitcoin. Where Bitcoin today, per transaction basis, it's rather slow and rather expensive. XRP is very, very fast, about 1,000 times faster per transaction and 1,000 times cheaper per transaction. The other dynamic, of course, of correspondent banking is some of the more quote unquote exotic currencies, exotic corridors have been left to kind of stand on their own. And the liquidity in digital assets could be applied to actually make that much more democratized and a level playing field. This vision from the beginning really has been to apply these technologies in the same way that TCP/IP and HTTP are the technologies underpinning the Internet of Information. These blockchain technologies will be the underpinnings of an Internet of Value, where we have connected devices, we have connected information that will allow payments to flow. And as Norman was describing, if you're a large corporation moving $100 million, that's one thing. If you're a freelancer working in the Philippines doing design work for a company in London and you want to get paid $30 or 30 pesos, Philippine pesos, if that's not a transaction that can easily be enabled. And in fact, for the companies that enable that, they require the freelancer to set up an account and they don't actually pay it out until there's roughly 1,000 USD sitting in that account, and then they would pay.
So yet another advantage of the XRP blockchain that is rolling like a freight train, right? Almost there. So this is the updated list of XRP ETFs, 18 filed. You can share if you like Bitwise, Grayscale, 21 shares, Core, Canary, Wisdom Tree, CoinShares, Investco, VanEx, Fidelity. Definitely going to grab the Fidelity one. I'm just saying. Maybe this ARK Invest. I don't know. Digital Galaxy, Pro Shares, hashtag 10, Franklin Templeton, Franklin Templeton spot. What? Interesting. Breaking news. see Ripple just became Dubai's first licensed crypto payment provider. Huge win for XRP holders. Wild to see 40 billion market cap finally open to the blockchain. Been following this space for years. UAE is about to change the game for cross-border payments. That's what I'm saying, guys. XRP is about to make that move and melt faces in these cross-border payments.
XRP Army, we are getting massive news here out of Dubai early this morning. This is some huge breakthrough news. Ripple's been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time. I want to talk about this, get in and out of this video, guys, but make sure you smash the like button, subscribe down below. We're here for you guys every single day, breaking all of the hottest and new, fresh crypto news for you guys right here on the channel. So Ripple has gained regulatory approval in Dubai. And they've done this from the Dubai Financial Services Authority. And this is going to enable them to operate as the first licensed blockchain payments provider inside the Dubai International Financial Center, the DIFC. This approval enables Ripple to offer regulated crypto payment services within the UAE, tapping into the region's substantial $40 billion cross-border payment market. This is huge. The move is part of Ripple's strategic expansion to enhance its regulatory presence and capitalize on the increasing demand for blockchain-based financial solutions in the Middle East. This development is seen as a significant step for Ripple and its crypto XRP, potentially influencing the broader adoption of crypto payments within the entire Middle East. Watcher Guru all over this. Ripple receiving approval from Dubai Financial Services Authority to provide crypto payments and services in the UAE. And the official announcement from Ripple came out basically in the middle of the night. Them securing the approval here from the DFCA. They are the first blockchain payments provider licensed in the DIFC. And again, unlocking fully regulated cross-border crypto payments in the UAE, guys. This is insane, to a $40 billion market. Now, if we get into Ripple's actual article here, they do give us a little bit more insight and details right here. This is Chief Executive Officer of the DIFC Authority says, we are thrilled that Ripple is deepening their commitment to Dubai by securing a DFCA license, making them the first blockchain-enabled payment provider in the DIFC. This milestone not only highlights our commitment to fostering innovation, but opens the door for Ripple to tap into new growth opportunities across the region and beyond. As the Middle East, Africa, and South Asia's leading global financial center, the DIFC is proud to support forward-thinking companies like Ripple as we shape the future of finance and accelerate the adoption of blockchain tech in the payments industry. And guys, the overall market is relatively cooling down here. We're pretty much flat, but Ripple is up. We're sitting here at 229. They are pumping on the news today, still slowly coming up from those bottoms at 192. Remember, just a couple days ago, I said this is going to be very, very crucial to see if we can hold the $2 line. Well, it's very bullish that we're seeing here back up near 230. We're getting some good news come out. The charts are looking pretty good here for XRP. If we pull out this live chart here, there we go. And we zoom out here, you guys can see really nice momentum up here. This is the 30-minute chart. It flashed way back here at 208. The last momentum up on the 30 minutes. We're up over 10% in the last 2 days, 7 hours, guys, since that last momentum up signal on the chart. This is why I'm using XT Algo all the time. It's my trading indicator. It's allowed me to make so much more money in crypto, so many more better plays, entry points, exit points. I'm already up 10+% on this trade that I opened up on Tuesday. This is separate from my long-term positions. And right here, I mean, you could see a nice 10% move. You guys can get access to this. There's a link down below in the description. XT Algo is one of, if not the best trading indicator out there. It's one of the
So that was Zach Humphreys and his predictions. If the SEC drops the appeal, XRP could enter uncharted territory. I think so too. We're all waiting for the XEC to make a decision. I don't know what's dragging on or why it's taking so long. Obviously, the case should be and will be dropped. Why are they delaying the case? Somebody, anybody, let me know. XRP is holding that support line. Do you plan to buy more XRP for the official announcement? The Ripple case is over. Definitely yes. What is this? XRP to 60,000 because all banks in US must start using XRP by July 14th. What is this? Hold the phone?
Was here. I hope you're still holding. Remember, March 10th, all banks in America must be in compliance. All banks in America on March 10th must be in compliance. It's already started. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just using common sense, reading the white paper and following the roadmap and watching what's happening. Not watching what's trending here on social media, knowing and understanding what's really, truly taken place. Do your homework, guys. Really pay attention. So much is happening. Can't even keep up, can you? I can't. It's not enough time in the day. But listen, pay attention. I'm holding. Because March 10th, it's here, right around the corner. And look what just came out yesterday. Today is January 31st, 2025. I've been in since 2017. And I can say one thing right now. It's XRP. It's time. It's not too late. Join the team.
Definitely join the team, but March 10th has already passed. So I'm not sure what we're missing or what we missed. If the case is settled this week, what is your price predictions end of month? SRC Ripple case is about to end soon. Financial expert Patrick Bet David explains the XRP could reach $1,000 per coin. Please and thank you. XRP confirmed to hit 327,000 on the private ledger. XRP at 327,000 private ledger. Confirmed researchers again. Please and thank you. A recent viral clip from a major venture capitalist has set the crypto community ablaze, suggesting that Ripple's value as high as 327,000 on its private ledger. This shocking revelation comes at the time Ripple's preparing for significant upgrades to the XRP ledger. These updates aim to enhance liquidity and attracting institutional. We don't get the rest of the article. $400 billion decentralized finance market enters the DeFi market to unlock $400 billion in liquidity. Breaking news, financial author Linda P. Jones says institutions will diversify from Bitcoin to XRP. Tell me anything. Breaking news, Trump sparks crypto frenzy. President, I think the markets are going to soar. Experts predict a massive crypto bull run. XRP posed to benefit from gaining adoption. Buckle up, crypto enthusiasts. It's going to be wild. I hope, please, and thank you. So this is an article I was watching. XRP ticks higher on news that the Ripple SEC case could end soon. Legal team reported negotiate a more favorable terms on $125 million fine. Over the 4-year-long legal battle between blockchain company Ripple Labs and the SEC could conclude soon, a Fox Business journalist reported Wednesday, which is yesterday. What happened? Eleanor Trett posted on X, high-profile case in the process of wrapping up, and it could be over soon, citing well-placed sources. Tripp said that Ripple's legal team were negotiating favorable terms regarding August district court ruling that imposed a $125 million fine on the company and an injunction against future security violations. And this is yesterday, March 12th. Two well-placed sources tell me that SEC Gov and Ripple case is in the process of wrapping up. My understanding is the delay is reaching agreement is due to Ripple's legal team negotiating more favorable terms regarding the August. According to Rep, Ripple argues that the new SEC leadership is not proceeding with enforcement action against all previously targeted cryptocurrency firms due to the belief in regulation clarity resolving the underlying issue should not be penalized as well. Ripple Labs spokesman declined to share any updates to lawsuits. Of course they didn't. Ripple has been locked in a legal battle with the SEC over the status of cryptocurrency at the center of the company's operations. CBOE files 19B4 form from XRP spot ETF from Templeton. Franklin Templeton. Franklin Templeton has filed for XRP focused ETF with the SEC. The proposed XRP ETF aims to track token price performance and will trade on the CBOE BZX exchange. The Chicago Board Options BZX exchange has submitted the 19B4 on behalf of Franklin Templeton, proposing a rule change to list the trade and shares of Franklin's XRP ETF in the United States. So everybody and mama has an ETF ready. We're just waiting for the SEC. Hey now, if XRP is $30, I'd be happy. $30, I would be real happy. $100, I would be crazy. $100,000, I don't know, bro. It might be madness. XRP price prediction. Ripple's token pumps 3% after Dubai regulatory approves. And I'm not even care about the freaking preset. I don't know why they always squeeze these articles on the end of the XRP stuff. XRP pumped 3% in the last 24 hours to trade to $2.27 as of 6:15 a.m. Eastern Time. The uptick comes after Ripple secures the buy license to offer crypto payments in UAE. Ripple has secured regulatory approval for Dubai's Financial Services Authority, DFSA, making us the first blockchain payment provider licensed in DIFC. This milestone unlocks fully regulated cross-border payments. So when are they going to start the payments? When are you going to start using XRP? That's the question. And that is really what we're all waiting to see. The XRP is attempting to overcome its resistance of $2.24, according to data from Gecko Terminal. Should the altcoin close 4-hour candle above technical barrier in the next 8 hours, it could have a foundation needed to rise to the next mark of $4.47 short term. And let's see where we are. So it said on the 4-hour chart, what did it say? Where were we? Above 220. On the 4-hour chart, 224. 4-hour chart, no. Still at 226. It's at 224. You see, we're building volume on the 4-hour chart, and the MACD has crossed, and we are going up. 1-hour chart, MACD cross, and we're losing volume, coming down slightly. 15-minute chart, MACD crossed, and we're losing volume there as well. And let's check the 5-minute chart for Grins. The volume is down as well, and the MACD is down. Let me check the RSI while we're here. The relative straight index. Why can't I put them both on here? Let me see if we can take this off and add the. I just want to see something. The divergence indicator. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this guy. Let me see. So for the relative strength index, it is down a lot. So I don't think there is a price pump coming anytime soon. So if we look at where were we? If we look, I was always take coin ranking so long to come up. Currently, XRP is up 2.6% in the last 24 hours, down 1.2 in the last hour. Coin ranking has it back and forth. It's down again, back under USDT. So it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So if it does pump up to, currently it is in 4th place. Let me see. Did we read this guy? We did. So we're here. XRP versus Ripple versus SEC legal battles could change everything. For years, XRP's price and adoption has hindered by ongoing lawsuit filed by the SEC against Ripple Labs. The case, which centers around allegations the XRP sold unregulated securities, has cast a shadow over the token's future. However, multiple reports from legal analysts and insiders indicate the settlement or conclusion is imminent. The final ruling could position XRP as one of the few digital assets with legal clarity in the U.S., making it a prime choice for banks, payment processors, and fintech companies exploring blockchain integration. Okay. That was a relatively nothing burger. So looking at the bubbles, GigaChad's down 23.6. Something must have happened because this was pretty much green this morning. Mudan's down 4.7. XLM is up 7.1. Slide's down 1%. Peanut is up 3.6. XCM is down 10%. Mr. Miggles is up 10.4. Toshi's up 6.5. FPT is up 5.7. AIZ 16 is up 5.2. ZBC, which has been hit hard, is down 6%. I don't know what happened, but it pretty much deflated this week. XRP is up 2.1%. So not a lot of green in the market today, but XRP is pushing all the way up. Let's see here. Just a little quick short I want to play for you guys.
Breaking news, the SEC is reportedly preparing to drop its lawsuit against Ripple. XRP is already up 5%. What happens next? After a long legal battle, reports suggest the SEC may be dropping its case against Ripple. This lawsuit has been a major hurdle for XRP's growth, and investors are reacting fast. A clear win for Ripple could set a huge precedent for crypto regulation. Could this trigger a major XRP rally in the coming months? Will XRP skyrocket if the SEC drops the case? Drop your predictions below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more crypto updates. Breaking news, the SEC is reportedly preparing to drop
Once the
Good
case
afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Selenex Crypto. Hope you're
once the case is over, but for some reason the case continues to drag on. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me see here. Trying to figure out which one to start with first. Um, see what this guy Cinex is talking
doing
about.
great, and welcome to this new video. And in this video, we will be talking about so we're going to do a middle of the day market update. I'll talk about everything I think you need to know about the market right now, and that's it. All right, nothing more, nothing less. That's it. So let's get right into it. It's been the U.S. market has been open for almost 1.5 hours now. I had some other things to do, so preferably I'd make these videos and upload them a little bit earlier, but I couldn't today. But the thing is that well, I mean, it's been a relatively unstable day. It's been a relatively unstable day already. What you can see when we're going over the fundamentals, volatility index is going a little bit lower, so that's a good thing. A little bit less volatility, less uncertainty. However, today what we did have is already some headlines about EU tariffs and a potential back and forth between the US and the EU. So what that has caused, at least at the start, I'm not sure if that's still the case right now. It's a little bit less, but what that has caused so far is some bearish pressure in the traditional financial markets. Again, stocks are down after opening, and that's also what's causing some bearish pressure for Bitcoin and the crypto markets. Now, I have to say, we actually did get some data coming in today, some economic data that was relatively positive. All right, core PPI and PPI month on month, but also PPI year on year, which is sort of like an inflation rate data point. Was actually down or was lower than expected. So that's just in general disinflationary, which is good because we want disinflation. We want interest rates to go down, and that's only possible if there's disinflation. But then on the other hand, we did have jobless claims and initial jobless claims coming in lower than expected, although the data is a little bit mixed. So I would argue in general over the course of today. Here you can, by the way, see the full PPI data here. I would say the full data is actually relatively bullish for the markets. The dollar strength index is up slightly, but that's also, I mean, the dollar strength index has fallen down so much that it was also logical to get a bit of a move. And you can see the first resistance level it encountered, we dropped back down. So overall, the fundamentals, except for the instability because of all the tariffs and just in general geopolitical tension, fundamentals are actually quite good. I mean, a dollar strength index this bearish usually would have caused a lot of bullish momentum in the markets. But all right, but like I said, even though the fundamentals are quite strong, those fundamentals regarding monetary policy for the US matter a little bit less than the other fundamentals, and those are still going on, and those are still producing some bearish pressure for the financial markets. Like I said, those are still producing some uncertainty, and that's also why Bitcoin is still relatively bearish. Now, talking about Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin right now is pushing into support right here at 81,000 and 82,000, we're holding up relatively well. All right, you can see that the Coinbase Bitcoin price is still at a discount, but if you compare the price of Bitcoin with the S&P 500, which I don't like to do, but if you do that, you can see that Bitcoin actually bounced better from the support right here we made the 11th of March. Then that stocks did, or at least it's holding on better in my opinion. So even though at this point of time we're still looking relatively bearish, and I would also say that it's now more likely that we'll actually see a drop back down into support right here between 80 and 78,000. There's some reasons to be bullish on the markets as well, or at least relatively bullish. But all right, so that's the current situation for Bitcoin right now. Like I said, given the current fundamental situation, which is bearish traditional financial markets and uncertainty, I'd say it's most likely for a very uncertain and risky asset such as Bitcoin to drop down lower. There's also no other kind of catalysts from outside of the traditional financial markets that are pushing Bitcoin up. Bitcoin not. A different coin, there are some, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Volume is also dropping down, so there's no real strength in general. Leverage or open interest is down, as you can see. So that's not that's all not amazing. But like I said, Bitcoin has found a strong support right here at 78,000. We're holding on relatively well right now as well. So even though it looks most likely that we'll drop down into the support level, I do not think that we will immediately drop down lower than the support we have already found. But I'll keep you updated on that. I mean, if the fundamentals change, if the trade war stops and we get peace in the East, then then we can instantly break above 84,000 as well. It's just the market right now is so sensitive to news and headlines. That's what we depend on. That's very difficult to analyze. But all right, talking about some other things in the market, the coin that I talked about earlier that is actually experiencing some strength is XRP. As expected, if you watch my middle of the day market updates, if you watch my XRP videos, you knew that this was the most likely scenario for XRP and that we actually did expect it to get into 2.41. But now we can also see some outperformance, and I think in general that's just led by some speculation about the Ripple SEC case. But nothing has changed. I mean, I still expect this, regardless of the market circumstances, to push into 2.41. And then there's some other altcoins I wanted to talk about. First of all, if we take a look at the volume, Sol Layer or just Layer is ridiculously bullish. I think that's a great candidate to short eventually, but wait for some short signals, right? Don't enter blindly, and if you want to know when I'm shorting it, consider joining the Signal group. But that's up to you. But there's actually quite a few altcoins that are quite interesting. I think Sonic is also very interesting right now. So that's the ticker is just S. You can see right here we actually are trying to form some sort of an uptrend. We're retesting support right now. I think this will, at least if the market remains relatively stable, I think this will actually continue to move up. So that looks interesting. I think Pi is very, very tradable. I made a video on that this morning.
They're actually pretty cool with Pi, and I think you said Sonic, but we're really only interested in XRP. Thanks, but no thanks. Breaking news. Let's see here. Let's see what Encash has to say about the XRP Ripple SEC case and the ETFs. Just trying to see what else we got here. Let's see if there was a short one, but it is not what we can see or listen to my main man, in cash. Let's see what he has to say.
Always, it is Nick here, back for your daily crypto news and analysis. And I hope that everybody out there that is new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you all do become a subscriber. We have been growing significantly. And I just want to take a quick second to thank you all for getting us very close to 200,000 subscribers. It is actually kind of crazy. I mean, when I really think about how far this channel has come, it's insane. I never thought that we would even get past the 100,000 mark, let alone 200,000 subscribers. So I just want to take a quick second to thank every single one of you guys for, not only watching the channel, supporting the channel, but just being here. Because again, watching these videos and being a subscriber is far more than I could ask for all of you out there in terms of the support that you give me. So I just want to quickly say thank you and that I appreciate every single one of you. Now, with that in mind, let's dive on in. Let's talk about a few things. So, we obviously are still hearing about tariff discussions. There's a lot of tariff discussions happening right now around the financial markets, and markets don't like it. It's simple. It's that simple. When it comes to tariffs, yes, they do have benefits. The problem is that they're long-term benefits. And the issue with markets, specifically investors, they're not that patient. We know that patience is one of the biggest problems when it comes to investing. A lot of people overlook how long it actually does take for things to bounce back or have a significant ride to the upside. So then what happens is they get impulsive, they start selling, they start swapping, trading, this, that, whatever, and it becomes a big issue. And that's the problem right now with the tariffs. People know that there's benefits to tariffs, But the issue is that it takes time for us to actually even realize them. So when the markets were already weak prior to the elections, and then we had that big move off of the elections, and then now we keep hearing about the tariffs, people are saying, well, this is going to cause a lot of economic pain in the short term. And I don't know if we're going to be able to make it through, to actually see these benefits. Because again, everyone before, the elections, guess what they were saying? They were saying that we were in a recession, that markets are going to, crash. We're going to see another 2008, crisis. So even now, or even around the time that we were pumping as well, everyone was scared still. There was over $6 trillion on the sidelines in money market funds. That money is betting big on a recession. And the tariffs, well, they only highlight a growing pain around the economy anyways. But outside of that, do I think that we are going to pass this storm? I do believe that we will. Right now, most of the market isn't doing too much in the last 24-hour span. We are starting to see some gains across the board, not too bad. XLM is up about 13.5%. Again, it is rallying alongside XRP. XRP is up about almost 7%. Sonic is up a decent amount, but again, a lot of these bounces are just, I've said this a million times. They're just bounces off of the lows. So it's a rebound off of the lows. But so far, we are starting to see some nice gains. Now, yes, XRP is definitely a big gainer so far. In the last 7 days, it's still down about 11% going off that $2.60 high. But in the last month, we are getting closer to breaking out of that downtrend. Now, the big focus to me personally, and if we actually turn on the candles, the big focus to me when it comes to XRP is just reclaiming $3. I won't be that bullish on XRP's price action in the short term until we actually cross that $3 threshold. Until then, we have to be very cautious here. The overall structure, though, when we zoom out, and I've been saying this in some of my recent videos as well, the structure on XRP still looks pretty good. I mean, the recent highs that we did trade at, and that was towards like roughly the end of February, even into like the beginning of March, they were higher than the highs back in December, which is very good to see. And even the lows recently were also higher lows considering the December lows towards like the end of December. So again, structure wise, XRP is still pretty sound. $2 has held so far. We still look for that to hold and get maintained over the next couple weeks as we do really kind of get through this chop around the tariffs. But I am expecting XRP to have a much larger run up. Now, talking about that, what really is pumping XRP over the last 24 hours? Like, what's causing this move off of the lows of roughly $2 to $2 and almost 40 cents? Well, it is because of some, speculation, but also some big moves. Number one, Binance US just announced that XRP USD is now live again, trading on Binance US. This is a huge move. Again, Binance US is not one of the largest exchanges out there. If we actually go to the exchanges, we could see that Binance US has significantly dropped off of the top 10, and it's now sitting at number 23 with 24-hour trading volume sitting at about 9.4 million. Their weekly visits is well over 270, almost 5,000. So that's good. But the problem here is that it's not like a massive exchange. But again, it is trading volume. It still is trading volume. It's a big announcement, and it does add even more exposure to XRP in terms of the markets, and also allows U.S. citizens another exchange to utilize to buy, sell, and trade XRP. So this is a big one. And then, of course, we did get the news yesterday that Franklin Templeton filed an S1 document for an XRP ETF. And today, well, guess what? We got another big announcement from Franklin Templeton that they officially filed for the spot XRP ETF with CBOE. This is a very big update, and this is also a reason why we are starting to see a lot of pumping around XRP at this current moment in time. There's a lot of forms to fill out when it comes to these ETFs, so we're probably going to see a lot more of this going over the next couple of days. But everyone is kind of getting excited because they do think that these ETFs are about to trade in a big way. I mean, Franklin Templeton is no joke. We talked about it for a while. Yesterday we did address why Franklin Templeton is kind of going all in on altcoins. They do see Bitcoin as a distraction. I do think that we are about to see a big flood around XRP. The floodgates, in my opinion, really kind of come from the institutional side with these ETFs, because the ETFs open up a door of opportunity for a lot more money and a lot more trading volume to really kind of hit this market in a big way. And with XRP right now, if we go back to the list, with XRP being the number 4 largest cryptocurrency, including stablecoins, it's very significant. Now, XRP is the 3rd largest actual token by market cap, and we're quickly gaining on Ethereum as Ethereum does struggle to actually maintain over $2,000. I would argue that we're probably going to surpass Ethereum this cycle. I've said it many times. I do think that XRP does flip Ethereum this cycle. I think that's going to be a huge catalyst as well. You got to think about it like this, right? Like, what does Ethereum really have left in it for, it to go to like $10,000? There's not a lot there behind Ethereum. It's not like there's NFTs. There's not like, the whole big thing about 2021 was NFTs and meme coins. Now, everything is based around Solana in terms of meme coins and like NFTs. So what's the big catalyst around Ethereum? We have yet to see it. We have yet to see anything big. Now, do I think Ethereum is going to perform well this cycle? Yeah, I do think so. But I think that XRP is significantly going to outperform Ethereum. And so far, XRP has outperformed Ethereum in a pretty substantial way. I'm just going to be honest. If we look at the 1 year, it's pretty clear that, Ethereum is actually negative on the last 1 year, negative 52%. XRP still up over 200+%. And this is a recent snapshot from the 11th. So you can see how bullish XRP is right now compared to Ethereum. But outside of the ETFs, right, this was the big reason why XRP was pumping. According to reporter Eleanor Tourette, the SEC versus Ripple case may be nearing resolution as Ripple seeks to renegotiate terms of $125 million fine and XRP sales ban. And this was actually the full update from Eleanor yesterday. We have scoop. 2 well-placed sources tell me that the SEC Gov versus Ripple case is in the process of wrapping up and could be over soon. My understanding is that the delay in reaching an agreement is due to Ripple's legal team negotiating more favorable terms regarding the August district court ruling, which imposed a $125 million fine on the company and included a permanent injunction preventing the company from selling XRP to institutional investors. The argument, I'm told, is that if the new SEC leadership is wiping the enforcement slate clean for all previously targeted crypto firms because it believes regulatory clarity will resolve the underlying issue, why should Ripple still be penalized? Accepting the Torres ruling as it stands would mean that Ripple is essentially agreeing to admit to wrongdoing. But now the SEC itself is seemingly unaware or unsure whether any wrongdoing occurred. There's no real playbook for this kind of thing, which could explain why the case has taken longer to resolve than the rest. Stay tuned. So again, if this case is finished, which if this is the reason why we're pumping, by the way, expect a sell off because, we don't know what's happening with this case. If it does end though, and we're already pumping now, prepare for $3+, prepare for $4+, and potentially even $5+ in the short term, because this is going to cause a massive surge. We'll probably get the ETF green light as well across the board. So I would say XRP, it really is unpredictable on how high XRP could go. My best guess would be $7 to $10, but it could go significantly higher than that with all of the catalysts behind it. Now, on top of all of this, of course, you guys probably already know the big news. Yes, Ripple has secured regulatory approval from the Dubai Financial Services Authority, making us the first blockchain payments provider licensed in the DIFC. This milestone unlocks the fully regulated cross-border crypto payments in the UAE, bringing faster, cheaper, and more transparent transactions to a $40 billion market. And of course, Reese Merrick from Ripple did put out a post saying, huge news, Ripple is now DFSA licensed to offer regulated crypto payments in the DIFC, bringing the speed and efficiencies of blockchain to one of the world's biggest trade and cross-border payments hubs. A big thank you to our partners at the DIFC and the DFSA for their early leadership in supporting digital asset innovation. With clear regulations and growing demand, Dubai is the place to be for blockchain-powered payments. Let's go. This is huge. And it does really kind of highlight the fact that this has not been an easy path for them. If we actually go all the way back to October 1st of last year, Ripple first received an in-principle license approval in Dubai. Now, this is actually from the DFSA, and this was, moving closer to offering cross-border payments, crypto services in the UAE. But then also remember, going all the way back to 2023, the DIFC champions Dubai as a global crypto hub with approval of XRP under its virtual assets regime. And this was a big one because it did open up, some pretty big gateways to utilizing XRP within the UAE market. I'm actually very excited about these moves being made from Ripple because it does highlight that there is, some great regulatory discussions happening behind, the scenes. And it does also highlight the fact that the US needs to get in line with this because, this is a US based crypto company that's getting the green light across the board overseas. What's happening in the US, right? And we do have a quote here from Brad Garlinghouse. We are entering an unprecedented period of growth for the crypto industry, driven by greater regulatory clarity around the world and increasing institutional adoption. Thanks to its early leadership in creating a supportive environment for tech and crypto innovation, the UAE is exceptionally well placed to benefit. So, again, this is great. Also, the UAE is a global hub for outbound finance with $400 plus billion in terms of its actual market for international trade. So, this is a perfect move for them. And we also have, according to a 2024 business survey carried out by Ripple, 64% of Middle East and Africa finance leaders see faster payments and settlement times as the biggest value proposition for incorporating blockchain-based currencies into their cross-border payments business. So again, this is awesome to see. Obviously, XRP will benefit greatly from this. We also have a few other quotes here. So we are thrilled that Ripple is deepening their commitment to Dubai by securing a DFSA license that makes them the first blockchain-enabled payments provider in the DIFC. This milestone not only highlights our commitment to fostering innovation, but also opens the door for Ripple to tap into new growth opportunities across the region and beyond. As the Middle East, Africa, and South Asia's leading global financial center, the DIFC is proud to support forward-thinking companies like Ripple as they shape the future of finance and accelerate the adoption of blockchain technology in the payments industry. And we also have down here that since establishing its Middle East headquarters in the DIFC in 2020, Ripple has continued to deepen its presence in the region with around 20% of its global customer base already operating in the Middle East. This latest regulatory approval positions Ripple to further accelerate growth and innovation in a high potential market. And we have here that with over 82% of MEA finance leaders stating that they are very or extremely confident when it comes to integrating blockchain solutions into their business. Dubai is the broader UAE, and the broader UAE have established themselves as leaders in fostering a progressive and well-defined regulatory framework for digital assets. Securing this DFSA license is a major milestone that will enable us to better serve the growing demand for faster, cheaper, and more transparent cross-border transactions in one of the world's largest cross-border payments hubs. We're grateful for the support of our partners at the DIFC, and we're ready to hit the ground running with a growing local team and strong customer pipeline. Now, they also do outline all of the things that they have been doing so far around, regulations. For an example, this adds to its growing list of over 60 regulatory approvals worldwide, including a major payments institution license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore, a New York Department of Financial Services Trust charter, a virtual asset service provider registration from the Central Bank of Ireland, and money transmitter licenses across multiple U.S. states. So again, when we think about what's happening here, the question still remains, why is this Ripple case still ongoing? I do think that it's only a matter of time until that is cleared up. Guys, the environment around XRP right now is so bullish, as it's very clear just looking at the comparison between, XRP and Ethereum, or even, XRP and Bitcoin. In the last year, XRP has significantly outperformed Bitcoin, Ethereum, and almost everything in this space. So it's kind of crazy right now to be an XRP holder, but I'm very excited about the future. I think that XRP is going to continue to perform fairly well. I think that it's going to outperform most of the altcoins in this space.
And it's definitely crazy being an XRP owner. So it's only a matter of time before things start to take off. Let me know what you guys think about XRP in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and super chat if you can. If not, no problem. But this is, let's see here, SEC case ending, or Let's see here. Which one is more recent? We'll go with this guy. Negotiation over sale issues. Let me see. I'm trying to see. I guess we'll go with digital asset investor.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
SEC to the moon, Mr. Jules, I guess.
0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the digital asset investor, and we've got a little bit of movement in XRP. We're at $2.26. And look at this. If you see nothing else today, this is what you need to see. From Eleanor Terrett. Scoop, 2 well-placed sources tell me the SEC versus Ripple case is in the process of wrapping up and could be over soon. My understanding is that the delay in reaching an agreement is due to Ripple's legal team negotiating more favorable terms regarding August district ruling, which imposed $125 million on the company, included permanent injunction preventing the company from selling XRP to institutional investors. The argument, I'm told, is that if the new SEC leadership is wiping the enforcement slate clean for all previously targeted crypto firms because it believes regulatory clarity will resolve the underlying issue, why should Ripple still be penalized? Accepting the Torres ruling as it stands would mean that Ripple is essentially agreeing to admit to wrongdoing. But now the SEC itself is seemingly unsure whether any wrongdoing occurred. There's no real playbook for this kind of thing, which could explain why this case is taking longer to resolve than the rest. Stay tuned. Then Fred Rispoli, who's an attorney, responded to this. He said, I just don't see this being the big issue some are making out of it. It's unorthodox, but not difficult. One, regardless of Torres' order, she's not going to enforce it herself. Only the SEC will enforce violations. The SEC and Ripple can file a motion to vacate the judgment. The cleanest way to dispose of it, telling the court in consideration of potentially losing our entire crypto jurisdiction if we lose the appeal, we're agreeing to vacate the judgment in exchange for Ripple dropping its appeal. Torres is not going to second guess this. The SEC doesn't have to vacate the order. It can simply draft an agreement with Ripple that it won't enforce the judgment for some consideration set out in number 2. The SEC enforcement manual has all kinds of general vague language that recommends cooperation and settlement over the uncertainties of litigation. So the authority for this behavior is covered. But even if it weren't, who cares? This isn't a good thing, but SEC and most other government agencies have proven it does what it wants, when it wants, without regard to due process. Here, it works in justice's favor for once. And then Jeremy Hogan also weighed in. Something in Eleanor's post caught my attention. Case in process of wrapping up and could be over soon. The only way the case could be over soon is if Ripple and the SEC reach a private settlement agreement, which would vary from judgment, dismiss the appeal, and then simply never take the terms of the settlement agreement back to the trial court to be ratified. This is possible, but assuming the injunction is the sticking point, the SEC would have to agree not to enforce the court's injunction. I have a hard time believing the SEC would agree to that, but possibly it could agree to something more oblique, such as providing Ripple a path to actual register sales of XRP to institutional investors, for example. Meanwhile, Ripple could get what it needs while the SEC doesn't blatantly snub the court's order, meaning it can be done. This is the only way I see the case resolving anytime in the next couple of days or weeks, which would apparently be consistent with what she's reporting. Settlement agreement. Warning, if only read on if you want to hear me ramble. So he rambles further. Why not just ask the appellate court to approve the judgment? He goes on and on. I won't go through all of that, but interesting thoughts. Okay, let me hit the refresh button on this video. I wanted you to see this. This is BlackRock head of digital assets, Robbie Mitchnick, previously of Ripple, which he deleted from his profile.
Financial institutions' efforts on private blockchains in the past, and maybe sort of the shift to public blockchains, the regulatory political temperature that has kind of been changing in recent years to kind of lead to that.
Yeah, well, I think the verdict is in on the private blockchains, and it's not good. That was obviously where a lot of the TradFi exploration in this space occurred in the early years. In particular, that was really all the banks and some of the other TradFi institutions had comfort with. But the track record is what it is, and it reflects the fact that there's been very, very de minimis actual adoption in an economic, commercial way at scale of any of these private blockchain projects. And I think, in hindsight, at least, that makes sense in terms of the curbing of the value prop of blockchain's potential that a private blockchain represents. And so public blockchains are increasingly the focus, even for TradFi firms, maybe not at all yet, but certainly that's the direction of travel. And, we've seen obviously encouraging regulatory guidance over the last couple of weeks that helps support the notion that this is now a suitable territory for even banks in the U.S. to engage in.
Well, there you have it. Check this out from Paul Barron.
Japan, you have to think about SBI. SBI is one of the biggest companies out there. And one of the reasons why is their commitment and has been behind Ripple. And they continue to grow. They currently hold 9% share based on their actual holdings of XRP. Their stockholders are saying, hey, don't sell the XRP. Our stock will go down. We need to get more so the stock continues to rise. So a lot happening right there. And then if you look at their CEO, every bank in Japan will use Ripple's XRP by 2025. Now, I don't know if they're referencing end of 2025 or what was, but this was a big headline that they've been touting for quite some time. All right, so this FinTech Summit happened just the other day. And you can take a look at some of the speakers here. One of the key speakers is the digital minister who, by chance, had met with Brad Garlinghouse right there, if you take a look, in Tokyo this week. Their leaders are committed to advancing crypto and blockchain technology. So you can see there is clear connection of what's happening within the Japanese regulators and also with what's going on with Ripple in general. I want to also go over to this right here because this is another thing that's happening, and this is Sony's bank wall. All right, let's go over to another article. This was from You Today, and it's talking about Ripple meeting with the Japanese officials. And a couple of points within this. This was back in September, but if you look further in here, this is where they were meeting specifically with Tyra, right there. So you can kind of see that this has been planned for some time. And they were talking about a project, if you further on down in the article, this program will be titled Project PAX. So it's going to be run by Progmat, Data Chain, Toki. One other note is Toyota.
All righty. A lot more here. Ripple secured regulatory approval from the Dubai Financial Services Authority, making us the first blockchain payments provider licensed in DIFC. This milestone unlocks fully regulated cross-border payments in UAE, bringing faster, cheaper, and more transparent transactions in a $40 billion market. Here's Dubai Media Office. Ripple receives approval from the Dubai Financial Services Authority to provide regulated crypto payments and services in Dubai International Finance Center. This is very interesting. Now, how many times have I told you, MoonPay is on CNBC as I speak. I'm pausing that so I can watch it after I do this video. MoonPay Ripple partner, by the way. Now, I told you a long time ago on this channel, about 4 or 5 years ago, I'll never forget it. And I can't tell you who I was talking to, but I was on the phone. I was at one of my son's travel ball games. Someone had told me that I needed to call a certain person. I did call that certain person. I was at the travel ball game. I was standing in one of the empty dugouts because it started pouring raining. And as it was pouring raining, this person that I spoke to on the phone told me that XRP had been created for two reasons, and this person got it from somebody who would know. Had been created for two reasons. One, to replace the petrodollar. Two, to prevent World War III. What are we seeing right now, folks? Now, the guy that this congressman is speaking to is the Stripe CEO. Stripe runs the back-end payments of X. Stripe is also the original investor in XLM. For a decade, we've watched XRP and XLM move together. We know they're similar technologies. They're the only two, I think, that use the consensus mechanism. I've always thought that those two were the chosen ones. So listen to what the Stripe CEO says.
Thanks for the question. We see many examples of this. I think of the comparison to the petrodollar system, where starting back in the 70s, the series of agreements with Gulf states created an enormous new source of secular demand for dollars. We're seeing the same thing happening today in emerging markets, where people are taking enthusiastic advantage of this new liberty and this new capability where they can hold dollars and they can, again, get direct access to the world's preeminent reserve currency. I think this is a really big deal for global liberty and for global prosperity.
Quickly, this committee feels strongly that the interact of a federal regime for stablecoin issuers will ultimately inhibit China's ability to control the space. We've seen countries around the world take action to establish national regimes for stablecoins. EU, Japan, UK, Singapore have all taken steps to establish the regulatory framework for stablecoins, recognize the potential to modernize payments and enhance financial. So, Mr. Callison, again, quickly, as a global payments company, could you elaborate on how important it is for the U.S. to establish a federal framework to maintain U.S. competitiveness?
I think this is important for two reasons. One, there are the practical benefits for American consumers and for American business today. And I think it's simply on those merits worth putting forth a formalized federal framework that enables the stablecoin ecosystem here in the country. But then I think there's a second reason. I think this is what you're getting at, that while it is the case that an overwhelming majority of transactions today are in fact denominated in dollars, that's enormously to the US's benefit, there is a risk that if the US adopts a posture of discouraging and inhibiting stablecoin adoption, that the rest of the market will respond, adapt. And perhaps we're here in 5 years and the preeminent stablecoin currency is euros or renminbi or some other global currency. And I think that would be to the US's detriment.
Think about it, folks. What was the risk for the United States all along? It was that all these countries like China, Russia, and all these countries would dump U.S. Treasury bonds. That was the scary thing for the United States. How do you fix that? Well, you create a crypto industry that can build stable coins with private issuers. It's like creating your own little countries that can buy all these treasury bonds. Every single stable coin issuer that's regulated will have a mandate to buy treasuries with the stable coins they put out, and those stable coins will fuel the crypto industry. It's right in front of your eyes. Binance XRP USD is now live on Binance.us. They just reactivated Binance.us here in the United States. Here's Greg Kidd on stablecoins.
On the topic of innovation, crypto czar David Sachs, he promised stablecoin legislation within 100 days. We are seeing the Genius Act gain, bipartisan traction. Really good name. I know you've been engaging with policymakers, elected officials who are working on that bill. How are you feeling about it in terms of its impact on the industry? What's it doing right? What should be included in there? What are your thoughts?
One is there were three forms of money that are all innovations that could happen over the legacy financial system, which is 50 years old. One could be central bank digital currency. We're not going to do that because people on the right and the left are worried about different aspects about it, whether it's privacy controlled, or too much government control, whatever. It's not going to happen. That's been taken off the table. That just leaves stable coins and potentially deposit tokens, which thing we're really pushing, which is using blockchain technology, but doing it through the banking system versus like stable coins, which are going to use blockchain technology, but it's going to be rolled out by fintechs, kind of like the way Tether and USDC already work. So I support the fact that there's going to be some stablecoin legislation to make it more likely that companies are going to issue stablecoins in the US, in US dollars, for use here and around the world. And it'll be done at states level, will be a form of passport, anything they pass to the other states. And when you get to $10 billion, the feds come in. And so I think that's all good. That'll get the concept of money running on chain off the ground. I've noticed that the legislation has no compliance controls beyond the first sale and redemption. So whatever happens in the middle, it's like the folks that issue those stablecoins are just putting a paper bag on their head. And what could go wrong? That's kind of like a perfect infrastructure for Silk Road, right? And so nobody's worried about that right now. But eventually a bomb will go off, or some big scandal will happen, and it'll be paid for with stablecoins. People say, well, why did we know? Well, we didn't have any controls. And well, who the hell did that? And all of us. And so that's when an opportunity for something like deposit tokens comes along, because it will have identity, it will have controls, and it'll use the same tech. It'll be safer and not as rock and roll as stablecoins, but it may be the ultimate actual winner. We're counting on that. We're planning for that. But in the meantime, moving stablecoins from offshore to onshore, I think that's healthy, because it means the US is learning to dance with digital assets. And it's going to learn its way through it. We don't have to get it 100% right, but it sure is a hell of a better thing for us to be leading the way in this than basically dragging the chain and having offshore companies issuing the dollars that are used all around the world, in my opinion. And again, I'm not against anything. I'm just saying, so the whole team and having good legislation will result in many folks basing here. And we at Bath Bank, the banks we're investing, we'd be happy to support stablecoins. We think we have a better product, deposit tokens, but we're not here to be the arbiter of what the market actually wants. We'll support both and see what the market does.
Yeah. By the way, I just saw his stable coin is on Uphold, and you can earn over 5.25% or something on it, just by the way. Okay. If you want to join the Patreon, go to daixrp.com. You can also join it through YouTube. If you want to join through there, it's just another option. It's the same group. Click the join button right below this video, and you can we do extended videos, and we do no advertising in there. Now, the reason I created the group was for several reasons. The main one being when I got kicked off of X, so that I got tired of being censored, not necessarily on X, but on other platforms, which you can probably guess. And so, today, we're going to talk about something you're not going to hear. There's only two crypto influencers that I'm aware of that are ever going to tell you the truth about what's really going on in crypto with regard to Bitcoin, and what's really going on and what's really going on. And that's myself and Digital Perspectives. I don't know that I've heard too many, maybe some, but I don't know that I've heard too many tell you what's really going on from an adult perspective. I mean, you remember all the down with the bank stuff we've been through and all that? Well, that's all been a mirage, folks. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to lay it all out, and I'll continue to lay it all out. Some of it I'm not comfortable talking about out here, just like today. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment.
So shout out to the digital asset investor and all the information about XRP. XRP is getting ready to take off. I don't know why people are still fudding XRP or still not wanting to get on the XRP train. The XRP train is about to take off. I don't know what's going on, but do your own due diligence and research. Don't just take my word for it. But I'm telling you guys, things are about to pick up sooner than you think. I think once this lawsuit is settled with the SEC, things are gonna get crazy. Thanks for joining. I don't want to hold you all day. Actually, I do, but I got stuff to do. But thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and super chat. Go ahead and like the video so it'll get in the algorithm, and people will see and understand what's going on with XRP. But thank you, all the miners the young miners that show up and support your main man, BTM. As always, let's get back to the money, guys, and stay dangerous. Miner out.